What is up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. I'm Skratch. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video, and probably some of you guys managed to complete all the missions and cashed in on this bad boy Ramantu Drakesblood. Now, at the same time, a lot of you guys realized that he quickly jumped off the meta because of polymorph and other reasons that might keep him away from it. Now, I'm gonna show you two builds for this champion that will bring him back into the game for you, and I'm gonna show you how I have been using my Ramantu during Platinum Arena Reset and during just general gameplay every single day. So the champion has a skill that blocks active skills and blocks passive skills depending on what the enemies have. This is a very powerful skill because blocking passives is massive. Now, if we wouldn't have polymorph in the game, Ramantu would be very efficient against Marichka and Taras, which would make Marichka and Taras actually not as strong as they are. Actually, a lot less stronger than they are, you know? The passive, whenever an enemy places a stun, a crowd control debuff on this champion, will instantly fill this champion's turn meter by 30% and place increased speed and a shield buff on them. Now, the A2 attacks one enemy 4 times. The first hit has a chance to land defense down. The second hit has a chance to land weaken. The third weak has a chance to land decreased speed. The fourth has a chance to land block buffs. And has a chance to land true fear on all the enemies if you're landing all the debuffs. So this right here shouts polymorph, right? Like you're gonna get shipped. Look how many chances you have to get shipped. The A1 is actually pretty interesting. Has a chance to increase the cooldown of one of the target skills whenever you're attacking them. Has a chance to land the stun on them, and has a chance to decrease the cooldown of a skill on an ally. So it's a pretty nice basic skill. Then you have accuracy aura in all battles by 80. So that's a pretty good accuracy aura. Now, polymorph got changed quite a few months ago. I actually prepared my Ramantu for the polymorph nerf even before it even happened. Now, the nerf is not a real nerf. I'm still gonna say that because it's kind of like true. And you know what? Not many people are using Ramantu, and I'm gonna show you my Ramantu right now. So here we go. This is my Ramantu. He is built in stone skin. Now, I perfectly understand if some of you guys will be like, well, those stats are pretty disgusting. 100%, but you know what? You gotta take everything to your own level. So if you're playing in lower arena, kind of like top 400 platinum arena, you're not gonna need to have that much resistance and stuff on him. Accuracy is still more than welcomed. Now, the main thing that does enable us to use Ramantu like this is that there is no resistance meta at the moment. So that means that we can bypass most of the resistance on the enemies with a low amount of accuracy. And I would say low, it's not that low. He's still at 700 accuracy and he has 550 resistance, which is very, very good on stone skin. The whole idea is to be able to resist polymorph. Now, initially, I had him build with 800 accuracy, 450 resistance. I felt like sometimes I was still getting polymorphed. UDKs, they have accuracy, they can be annoying, you know? So I'm gonna show you every piece of gear that I have on him, just so you guys get an idea. Now, glyphs are very, very important here. You see, my Ramantu is not empowered. Having pieces of gear like this that rolled godly, very, very important as well. That's the helmet right here. I prioritized resistance, accuracy, and speed after. Would be nice if I could get like 50 more speed on him, 100%, but unfortunately I cannot. This is the shield, perfect shield as well for him. The gloves, not amazing gloves, but you know what? This is what I have, and I gotta make it work with them. Then I have a resistance chest piece, ascended resistance, and I have the accuracy substat on it. You see 50 accuracy with the glyph on it. That's how I managed to get these stats on my heroes, guys. Probably some of you guys might be selling these pieces, you know, because they're trash. It's a rare piece. Why do I need this? But don't do it. Then the boots are pretty bad actually, because I don't have a ascension on the speed here, unfortunately. But they're not that bad. I mean, they're still amazing. The speed on them would have been much, much better. Triple accuracy, and I have resistance. I can improve most of the build with some glyphs, but I feel like it's pretty pointless to use them on him at the moment. That's the ring right here. The amulet, resistance, accuracy, very important. And then I have the banner. Is accuracy, triple roll on speed, and ascended resistance, which is very, very good. And total stats on him, we have 44k HP, 2.6k attack, 3.6k defense. It's not built for damage or anything like that. 252 speed, just enough to go in front of most of my nukers. 551 resistance, 691 accuracy. Now, if I could get him a bit faster, he would be amazing for live arena. He's still very solid for live arena. I tend to use him pretty often, but with more speed, he would be much better, you know. And how you may see, I don't have a 4-star blessing. A 4-star blessing would add me either 50 more accuracy, either 50 more resistance. If I would get him to 6-star awakening, that would be pretty disgusting. Masteries, we have defense and support 3. Eagle Eye as tier 6 to get more accuracy. And of course, we went with the Defiant here. So that's the number 1 build on Ramantu, which will give you the biggest utility in the current meta in the game, with the couples and everything else that we have going. Now, we're currently in Platinum Arena, guys, and I'm gonna show you how to use Ramantu in the current meta, because I'm doing it every single week during Platinum Reset, and I'm just doing it on daily basis, actually. And not only that is good against the couple, but it's very strong against champions like Harima, Rotos, and other champions that you might encounter in here. Now, of course, you want to dodge 6-star polymorph, and this is not a viable strategy for top 20 where you're going to encounter all the Krakens in the world that have 6-star polymorph even on their mama, okay? No. And the good part is that that top is reserved for 20, 30, 40, 50 people competing with each other. The rest of you guys can fight people that don't have 6-star polymorph on every single champion, and that makes this comp very viable. And the whole idea is that you have quite a bit of versatility too. So let's just take this team, for example. You have accuracy aura, you have resistance aura. You do need to have a lockout champion, especially if you're going against Taras, Marichka. If not, you're gonna get nuked. You know, like it's just the way it is in the current meta. And if you see somebody that might have a lot of team power, you know they have resistance, you can chuck in the accuracy lead. Or you think they might have more accuracy, you can do this, get some more resistance on him. So this allows you to have a lot of versatility with your builds. You have the speed, everything that you need to have in a team like this. Now, of course, that's what I tend to run. Usually, I run this team, and a lot of times I'm farming the couple on 10 seconds, and it's amazing. Now, of course, I cannot do that on the top 20, unfortunately, but this is how we would farm most of the enemy teams if we wouldn't have polymorph. And it's such a damn difference, man. Like, Marichka and Taras are so powerful because you cannot use this against them if they have 5 polymorph. Even against a team like this, it's pretty nice, but it's a level 77, so we're not even going to bother to attack that dude. Let's actually find the Marichka and Taras. This is actually a pretty good example too. So team power 400k. Somebody might have resistance in here, but I don't think they're going to have that much resistance. And look at that UDK. He's missing the opportunity of a lifetime. What is that? Seriously? And look at that. Just boom. Just like that. Just like that. Still working. Even if they have polymorph. 1 polymorph, 2 polymorphs. Give him some resistance and he's going to do wonders for you. Let's actually do a reset. Let's find Marichka, Taras. Marichka and Taras. Against this team is going to be very, very powerful too. You know, this champion actually has the passive that puts block damage. So if you're locking the passive, even though they have polymorph pretty much on all the champions, needing accuracy. And the problem here is not that Plarium nerfed polymorph, is that the people are lazy and they're not changing their builds to gain some accuracy on their heroes. Now, of course, if they would want to compete with a Ramantu like the one that I have, they will need to have 500 accuracy. And it's hard for quite a few people to do that and to maintain good survivability, you know? And that will make their teams a bit squishier. A lot of times, you're going to see that even if they have very high accuracy, you can run Ramantu with 700 resistance, 400 accuracy. And because there is no resistance meta, at least in most of the cases, you're still gonna be able to debuff them and resist most of the champions that have accuracy, regardless of what they are. 5-star Duchess. Now, of course, the problem with a team like this is Mitrala cleansing the debuffs from him, and it's not gonna be as beneficial. We have this guy right here. no 5-star polymorph. Now, if we have Stone Skin on Marichka, which is very likely, is a 50% chance to remove it. If that doesn't happen from the very first try, we're gonna have to actually stay a bit longer in the fight. Like this one, for example, right here. And it's not the end of the world. We kill the other two right now. And slowly we're gonna deal with Marichka. Because you know what? We have the cooldown of placing it with Ramantu again. So in a bit, we should have that available. And we're gonna make sure we're not killing her before that, you know, like, anyway, with a single hit, we're not gonna be able to do it, but it's very important to make sure you're taking it off the auto if you're running it on auto, and just slowly do the rest of the work in here. So let's try to pull that UDK down, you see? Lock passive, and now it doesn't matter what's happening. It's still under 1 minute, and it's very, very safe. That's why I'm saying Ramantu is been back in business for quite a few months now. I never had a chance to redo a video on him, actually, because I've been using him like this for a very long time. I wish I would have done a video a bit more closer to the changes of polymorph and stuff, you know. But look at it, I'm still using him. Polymorph, 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 and more polymorph. And this is a resistance aura. So let's see if we are doing it like this, you know, just in case. It doesn't seem like he has a lot of resistance, but just in case. Hopefully we're not gonna get sleep on my Baron. There we go. Oh no! Ah, the AI, man, the AI. What are you doing? Are you trying to get me destroyed in here? Are you trying to get me destroyed in here, AI? Let's do that. And that. We strip the Stone Skin, and now we're gonna have to just wait and just nuke everybody. I let the AI take over, and look what happened. Ramantu went in with the A2 instead of the A3. Bang! And that's it. This could have been done in 10 seconds if I was actually just using the A3. A lot of times it tends to be UDK the one that keeps me busy, because either I don't strip the Stone Skin from him and he doesn't die or stuff, you know, so he's still up and running. Now, if we're gonna move over to the next build that I want to show you guys, I feel like I kind of like proved my point in here. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Let's go against this. So this might be again with some high resistance, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's just go in like that. So wait, where is it? Where is it? Let's give it a go. Is that Duchess with resistance? Possibly. Okay, no, at least not that high resistance. Let's see. Okay, so unfortunately, we haven't removed the Stone Skin from Marichka, but that's fine, because we're gonna nuke the rest of them right now, and then slowly we're gonna deal with Marichka too. Okay, so they actually survived both of them. That's how tanky they were, these two Tarases. Pretty crazy, actually. Pretty damn crazy. So let's actually manual to make sure we're winning the fight and we're not just giving him a free win here. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen, probably. Can we get a cheeky stun? No. We're gonna have to lock them ASAP, because I feel like that Taras is gonna get back his skill soon, you know. I was gonna say, do not counter attack on me. We can do that. We can do that. That's fine. I won't have the revive just yet. Hopefully he's not gonna nuke before my Baron goes, because he's gonna have the A3 available, that Taras. That was so freaking close. That was so close. So right now, I'm gonna have to hopefully get a turn with Baron before Marichka, and that's it, game over. But that was actually pretty crazy. If we were killing those two Tarases earlier on, this would have been done much, much faster. But still, this is a nasty team. Like, look at that, you know? And Ramantu being very, very efficient. Now, I want to show you one build for Live Arena that will catch your enemies off guard very, very often. Now, this would be the second build right here, guys, because you know what? Ramantu actually has good multipliers. He can actually deal a lot of damage, and a lot of times you might be doing Live Arena and everybody's tempted to ban your DPS. Now, if you put one DPS champion in there and you take Ramantu in as the second champion, they will think that maybe you only have one DPS champion. They will ban that, and then you're gonna go in with Ramantu and surprise them. Now, I've been giving this advice on stream for months now to do it since Live Arena, because he is actually a very solid champion that can do it. I'm not going to change the build, guys, and I'm not going to change my masteries because I'm not personally using him like this. And it's not really going to work in Gold 3 to bait people with a damage Ramantu. But you know what? It's actually a very solid option for a lot of people out there that could play a few mind games here and there with other people and get a lot of value from Ramantu, because it's a shame to keep this champion vaulted because of Polymorph when you can actually use him in so many different ways and still have a lot of utility and farm teams that probably were much harder for you to farm with different heroes. You know, like, definitely keep Ramantu in mind. You're gonna want to give him masteries for nukers. You know, like pretty standard for nukers. Helm Smasher, get extra crit rate, extra crit damage and stuff. But let me know in the comments down below how many of you guys are still using Ramantu. How do you have him built, and how much are you enjoying Ramantu in the current meta? Appreciate every single one of you guys watching. Much love, and I'll catch you all soon in the next video. Peace.